dolce vita.
Qual è la città che preferisci? Paris o Roma?
In this second part, many movies are mentioned. I want to know what is the first movie that comes to your mind when you think about Rome.
La dolce vita.
Okay, not Lizzie McGuire.
Well, look, if we're talking about generational icons, we do have to reference Lizzie McGuire because I did grow up watching it. But for film, let's go with La Dolce Vita.
There's a huge debate on coffee. What is your favorite, French, Italian, or Starbucks?
Copenhagen. Danish coffee.
Ah.
If you haven't tried it, you need to. It's very good.
New player.
Yeah, new player. Yeah, exactly.
Luke says an interesting thing in the first part of this season. He says that nowadays we are all too connected to make good cinema. Do you agree with him?
You mean like, because I was always trying to understand exactly what he means, because sometimes Luke can be a little confusing. I think, yes, we're so focused on making something that we know audiences will watch and go to the cinema to watch that we stop making and focusing on making art. Mm-hmm. So I think there's so much talk about percentages and numbers and audience liking it or not liking it that we stop just creating. And I think that is something that we have to think about and really just focus on. Why are we making something? Do we like it? And why do we like it, as opposed to the end result of how many people are going to see it?
Mm-hmm. And we are in Rome, and there's a Latin expression that is horror vacui. Horror vacui means fear of emptiness, fear of the void. And I feel that Emily, like all Gen Z, is really afraid of emptiness, of the void, because we are always constantly immersed in noise, in images. We never stop. So how important was to you to enlighten this thing that we are all too afraid of the void nowadays?
That's interesting. I do think that Rome actually, and Italy, if we get to continue to another season, would allow more acceptance of that, because not only does she put her phone down more in Rome than in Paris, but she's starting to just embrace living in the moment and that gray area more. And that gray area, I think she could see as a void because it's stuck in between two things. But the void itself, or the emptiness itself, is a choice. And so you have to sit with yourself and be comfortable with yourself and understand yourself more in order to be able to choose. And I think that being here and breathing deeper, and just kind of relaxing more. I feel like it's intense here for her, but it's definitely more quiet and thoughtful than Paris, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And speaking about Paris, do you agree the French are Italians in a bad mood?
I think that was a humorous line, but I definitely think that there's so many differences between Parisians and Italians, and I wouldn't know how to speak on that because I'm neither, but I will say that we were so warmly embraced here, and the city we got to shoot in the most amazing locations, and everyone was so kind.
And the second part of the season is also filled with Italian music. I want to know if you know some artists, and who do you like?
You know, I feel embarrassed to say I don't know many Italian artists, to be honest, but I do hope that when we come back, if we get to come back to Rome for season 5, that I get to immerse myself in the culture as much as possible, maybe learn some Italian, but get to explore and just, music is, to me, it's a universal language, and so I would love, of course, walking around, I hear the music and it makes me feel even more in Rome, but yeah, I would like to definitely do a bit more exploration if we come back.
Can we say that Emily true love is her work, because she constantly changes mind when on who to love, but the constant is her work, so she's a workaholic. So
I wouldn't say the word workaholic definitely has more of like a negative connotation. I think she definitely loves her job. She obviously loves her family. She loves the idea of love. But I think she's like a lot of young people in the world, where you don't know what you want until you know what you don't want, and that comes through experience. And so she's had lots of different experiences so far, but I think ultimately it's going to lead her closer to herself and loving herself.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.